Greetings, family. We got some goodies for you tonight. Me and Brother Laji, Baba Laji, outlaws, wherever you may be, renegades, Jedis, we salute you, we recognize you, and we welcome you to this show. We're going to cover some good stuff tonight. We both been up in the lab in our own rights, in our own area of specialty, and it's going to be popping. And I'm going to share with you information so that you can feel good, think better, feel better, be better, because it's been fascinating. So without further ado, let's go to the opening of the show, starting right about now. Here we go. All right.
Call to the warrior in you, to the healer in you, the king, the queen, the magician, the lover in you. Every single day, we are called to walk in our purpose. Answer the call. Lay down your burden and anything that holds you back and take your rightful place. The battle is everywhere. It's right in your face. Let's go.
Family, I am here with a magical moment of young musicians, and this is Kim, Sister Kim, and she has a message about investing into the future musicians of our community. Sister Kim, tell us what you got here.
Hi everyone, Kim, proud parent of children at the Big Apple Leadership Academy for the Arts. We teach HBCU high-stepping marching band to our kids from age 5 and up. It is a free after-school program, tuitionless, and it's open to all. Our kids are amazing. If you can, jump on our website. We're looking for support, donations. Our kids need new instruments so that they can high step on. Our website is www.balaa.org, BALAA.org. And I appreciate the time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And so, family, listen up close. We're talking about investing in the artists of tomorrow by investing in them. If you have a little expendable change to invest in the youth, the genius, this is the opportunity. And in this description on this video will be the details of sending your donation to PayPal or Zelle or Cash App.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So thank you for your support. Our children are the future. Welcome to being incarnated on planet Earth. You are now gifted with the supernatural abilities because of our planet passing through a sector of the universe that activates God DNA within every man, woman, child. You are the new keeper of the flames of love. You are the keepers of supernatural powers when you invoke I am. And you are the gatekeeper of miracles every day and every way. I salute you in the spirit of Ubuntu. Ashe, Aho, Donada, Wado. So let it be spoken. All right, that's it, family. I just put that video together just earlier today after I had some of these minerals that I'm going to put in the banner. We've been missing, family, Laji, the thing that is not spoken of and it's diabolically intentional is the trace minerals that's not in our food. It's not in our water. It's not in our drinks. It's not in our herbal teas. We don't have enough minerals. So I was doing some experiments with spinning water, creating a water vortex before drinking. And I want to give a special acknowledgement to Brother Albert for the
Money's in there.
creator's breath. This minerals here, family, this is some good stuff. It's concentrated. This is a must get. Get this one. Minerals 4X Soil, multi-mineral daily dietary supplement. And the website is there called The Creator's Breath. And even with my Kinkaliba tea, family, I put some drops in, Laji, and went for the Thor hammer and felt a difference in the lift. So just about all diseases is due to us not having enough trace minerals in the water. What you gonna say about that, Laji?
There's a brother out in Louisiana. He'll give you a whole dozen. It's just really expensive, but I'm going, as soon as mine come in, I'm going to experiment with it with the white powder and Brother Haru's stuff. So I'm going to start the 40-day fast on the 1st of on January, but I'm going to lead up to it. You know, I want to work my way up to it and see what I can get out of this.
All right. Now, some of you may have heard of Patrick Flanagan. He was a researcher and is also into pyramids. He wrote the book Pyramid Power decades ago. Anyway, he put together some minerals also, and that's it, huh? called crystal energy. And let me tell you, those 3-letter gangsters shut him down. They shut him down. So if you want to get some of this and then mix it with this is when I found, and all glory to our I am, our nuke poo nuke. When I mixed the two of them together, almost equal amounts, that's when the tea lit up. That's when the water lit up. And I only started doing this since Sunday. Special acknowledgement to my ayahuasca brother, Jazz. He came through on Sunday. We was there at Nicholas Bookstore, Coconut Rob and Kofunya, and people were coming through, and we was mixing up the Y power with the minerals. Family, we sat there, and Laji, we was feeling surges of energy going through our body. It was real smooth, but we were just sitting there mixing Y power, which is edible orgone, with this soil mineral. This is $60 plus shipping, and I'll flip it over to you quickly. The crystalloid minerals, I just started this yesterday, and I'm feeling the difference. So I put both of them in my Kinkaliba tea, which I got right here. We're going into the season, family. We're going into the sixth season, so you want to have tea and no food versus food and no tea. You know, we know we're going to eat. Folks are going to eat. Our folks are going to eat. We're going to have some food, but make sure you drink your tea, because you know they used to have stores here. I just want to share this because it's kind of crazy. They used to have a restaurant. I don't remember if anybody in the New York City tri-state area remember. They used to have these. It didn't stay open long. They called them killer burgers, and it was a big hamburger, all big juicy hamburger with the slabs of grease coming out and cheese and pickles and tomatoes. And several people left on a gurney, and some of them had a heart attack after eating those killer burgers. Now, if you're over 25 and you messing around with a killer burger, you know, you rolling dice, buddy. So wherever you're listening from, family, I want you to post it in the chat. We're going to have fun tonight. We're going to share information. See Nicole, House of Wellness, Nays Touch Jewelry, Brandon Sanders, Sean Harris, Isaac 9. That's real cool the way you did that, Isaac. You know, we're going to have a good time, but let's do our invocation first. So, because that is what creates this particular vortex, our invocation. We create a platform, a paradigm of energy so that we can make insights and come forth. I am in me. I am in you. I am within Babalaji. I am thankful that you are here with us tonight, wherever you may be, whatever city, whatever county, whatever state, whatever country, and whatever planet, whether you're on the moon or in the solar system, because we're being monitored like a pig farm, because we are on literally the lowest frequency, as Logi always tells us, we're on the lowest frequency of the universe or the galaxy. So this is a planetary prison. And if we can make our stairway to activating our divinity in every way, we could be literally avatars for any planet outside of this prison planet, chicken farm that we call Earth. And we only got a little while to be here. We only got a few decades to be here because they don't mess with our batteries, life batteries, instead of living 1,000 years like Adam and Noah and all the people of the Old Testament. They hacked our batteries, family. Our life batteries was hacked by diabolical lower gods that you find in the Bible that said we're gonna cut human lifespan down because you know they're becoming like us. They're becoming too aware, too soon, too much. So we gotta hack our way back. We have to hack our way back for a jailbreak of monkey mind consciousness, and also turbocharge our physical skin suits, our bodies for better health. And the guards of the jailhouse, corporations that don't want you to be healthy because they want to make money on your illness, then they make money on your sickness in your mind. The churches make money on your dumbed down amnesia. And then the final person that gets you is the funeral director, you know. And so, you know, they play you like a battery the whole time when you're supposed to be the power plant and the light keeper throughout existence. So I am within you, the listening audience, now and in the future. We salute you. We say thank you for being born. Thank you for being alive. Thank you for tucking and rolling on the crash dive into your physical incarnation, whether it was a smooth ride or a trepidous experience. Remember, we are greater than our memories, my brothers and sisters. We are greater than our memories, and we are more than our bodies. So, as we, through our imagination, the lens of our pineal gland, we look back and say, yes, I am forgiving everybody from my past lives. And I ask everybody to forgive me because I am greater than my memories. And then we bring the consciousness of our pineal gland lens. And this lens is regionally the size of an orange. Imagine a crystal ball in the middle of your head that sees 360 degrees in every direction at the same time. Pristine, glowing ball of quartz that is your all seeing eye for your heart. So if you picture that crystal sphere of seeing anywhere, you will help promote and build the momentum of further clearing the cobwebs and the mucus off of your crystal with your patience and persistence. And as we look with our crystal eye in the here and now in this life, we say, yes, I am greater than all my life present experiences, and I am forgiving everybody from my experiences, and I ask that everybody forgive me, and I am forgiving all infinite future possibilities. And most of all, I crystalline, I with my crystal eye and my heart sphere fire, forgive myself. And then we ask for our personal daily coaches to join us tonight. Yahshua, also known as Isa, also known as Jesus. We thank you and invite you. We invite your wife, Yahshua, Mary of Magdalene, to be with us. We thank you and invite you. Gatekeeper of Mount Shasta in Northern California, Saint Germain, who has access into the hollow earth from Mount Shasta, that when you go into the hollow earth, you will live 15,000 years as a young man in your 20s versus 30 or 20 years on the earth's surface. So we thank you and invite you. The latest Christ born in the Congo, Simeon Toko, who called an army of muscle-bound, bulletproof black angels to turn over the occupational terrorist Belgians from the Congo, Simeon Toko. We thank you and invite you. Ascended Master Sheikh Amadou Bamba. We thank you and invite you. We thank and invite Black Madonna, Mother Mary, Lady Buddha. You see, there's in ancient golden ages, my brothers and sisters, there were goddesses who were Christ's emissaries. When humanity was at such a high frequency, the feminine principle was safe to incarnate as Christ's emissaries in forgotten golden ages. We thank you and invite you. Archangel Michael, we thank and invite and ask that you protect our family, friends, and loved ones every day and every night. Nikolai Tesla, we thank and invite. Sanat Kumara, Enoch the Ethiopian who ascended into the heavens and became Metatron, we thank and invite. And we say together, Ashe, Aho, Donada, Wado, Amen, Amen. So let it be spoken, so let it be done. Also acknowledging Buddha, Lady Buddha, Krishna, Lady Krishna, Heteru, Imhotep, Ptahotep, Aset, Asar. We in the golden ages of time, family, there was no external gods looking up in the heavens, looking for a god to fly past like a meteorite. Oh, maybe if we pray hard enough, we might see a meteorite tonight. That's God. That's God. No, we wasn't dumbed down, genetically manipulated, hacked to believe that anything was greater than the divine presence that lived in our hearts. So as the cycle of time has passed, and we've been in the cycle of chaos, Kali Yuga, muddy waters. Oh, we're looking for a Lord outside of ourselves. Oh, yes, everything. Oh, I am not worthy. I am but a piece of crap in a toilet that hasn't been flushed yet. And I'll be recycled with toilet paper. Oh yes, all the gods. I am but a slave in my mind, and with my salary, I ain't nothing. That's a bunch of hockey cock. All right. That is a slave religion. That is a slave mentality. And that is so that somebody else, and be careful of who call themselves kings and queens. You rather be a god and a goddess. Because a king and a queen, they're a gangster to a certain area, a perimeter, like on a corner. You got wino kings around the corner from me, and you got some wino queens around the corner too. They hang out right in front of the liquor store. Gods and goddesses supersede not only the physical world. You can fly off planet, wrap around the moon when you have your spaceship tuned up and your GPS on point. So be the goddess you was born to be, my sisters. Be the gods you were born to be, my brothers. Because the cycle of kings and queens and slaves, because every king needs slaves. Every queen needs slaves. And if you really do the research on the word queen, sisters, you would never call yourself a queen again. You would always refer to yourself as divine. Goddess divine. Goddess divine. GD. DG. How's that sound, Laji? That's kind of cool, right?
Sounds great.
Yeah. So we got to upgrade. We're going into 2025. So leave the queen bed sheets, leave the king toilet paper behind with this year. I want to see Jedi gods and goddesses. And you could put in the comments if that match your DNA, because we got to change the acoustics to match our DNA activation. All right. Enough said about that. Ashe, aho. Ubuntu. Laji, we touched on it a little bit, family. Listen, we're in a hostile environment on the planet. We're not even talking about politics. We're talking about radiation on the Earth's surface. That there's a radiation on this Earth's surface called deuterium. And deuterium is like being in a boat on the ocean. And our bodies is like a boat. And this radiation is like the water in the lake or ocean. And it's called deuterium. Deuterium is what causes premature aging under the age of 1,000 years. You have this radiation that causes aging and disease. Okay. Even Phil, decades ago, said age is a form of disease. So this radiation is concentrated in food, family. It's concentrated in chicken fat. It's concentrated in oxtails. Turkey legs got plenty of aging deuterium radiation. You're eating radioactive chicken legs, family. You're eating radioactive turkey legs. And I don't know if it's in liquor, because I know some.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
I don't know if it's in weed, but it's in water. But the place that you will notice that people so-called age the slowest and they have the lowest levels of this radioactive energy called deuterium is in the tropics. If you eat right, you live way beyond, like our Caribbean brothers and sisters, the ones living that come from like Jamaica and Guyana and the tropics. Yo, they don't age as fast because the radiation isn't around the equator of the world. It's concentrated in the northern and the southern hemispheres. So understanding that, you create a shield of trace minerals. And I'm not selling these because yesterday this skin suit of mine made 66 revolutions around the sun. All right.
Yesterday.
Yesterday, brother.
So you
So I'm interested in sharing in the spirit of Ubuntu,
I didn't
sharing
even
with
know
you.
that it was your birthday. You ain't let the brothers know.
You didn't know. You didn't let us know when your birthday was.
Mine was the day before yesterday, right? I was on the 20th. That's
Yeah.
true.
So I want to thank all the birthday wishes. I had a great time. You know, like Spirit said, fall back and just see how the day flows. See who reaches out to you and gives you, you know, acknowledgement, and see who comes and buys dinner. See how everything flows. And I had a good time, and I went and laid my head down last night. So I want each of you, family, my frequency family, I want you to be in a fortified spacesuit of health so that you can fulfill your life mission. Now, the herbal results that's rolling across the screen down there, yo, that's a detox from parasites. All right, we had Brother Haru on this platform talking about it, and it got so intense they snatched the show off the air. All right, so I hope I spelled colloidal right. That looks a little funny, but colloidal minerals. Again, as I said, this is my colloidal minerals I got from Brother Albert, and the site is called the God's Breath um, .com. You'll see it going across the screen. And I started adding this to not only my water, but my pet's water. And years ago, family, you got to listen to this. Years ago, I had a cat named Bright Eyes, and he lived for 25 years. And I had a really beautiful goddess look out for my cat while I was traveling to Florida. And I said, please put some of the minerals in his water. Anyway, she loved herself some Bright Eyes. So she was going heavy handed. She was going heavy handed, Laji. And when I came home, my cat looked like he'd been through a car wash and got highly waxed and buffed. His fur was like glistening like it was crystal fur.
Wow.
And I was like, how much did you give him? And she, you know, she's a sweetie pie. She was like, oh, I just hooked him up. And he would drink it up. And listen, we got these problems because we don't have enough minerals in our body.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then this guy, Patrick Flanagan's minerals, yo, them 3-letter gangsters took this one off. So what I did, I put the number. You can call and say, Uncle Hanky sent me to get some, you know, crystalloid minerals. Tell him Uncle Hanky sent you. All right. Because that's some good stuff. But the combination of those minerals together, you can give them to your cats. You can give them to your dogs because they need minerals to stay healthy. You can give it to your horse. You can give it to, well, you don't want to get, I don't know if plants need it much. Maybe that not as much as we do. But man, let me tell you, minerals is as crucial as taking Y Power. And I did call Y Power man and tell him, Laji. And you know,
I'm
he
surprised
sounded
he
like,
said it.
you know, he was like, he couldn't deny it, bro.
That's so cool.
He couldn't deny it.
Tell him Uncle Hank sent it. So
Yeah.
order that one too, huh? Order
Yeah,
the
and it
gold
don't
one.
cost that much. The this one is 60, y'all. This is the price. Because everything that's expensive is not necessarily good. And Y Power Man was telling me how there was a bunch of mineral supplements out there that they were ripping people off and charging them optimum prices, hundreds of dollars. And when it was a chemical analysis, it was nothing but garbage in it.
Wow.
So if you're going to invest more than $1 in some minerals, do the research to see what's in it. The tests are out there because a lot of them are just greedy. They don't give a damn about us, like Michael Jackson says. They don't care about us. And the greed is so bad that they say, okay, we're going to give them a high price. And they basically almost put anything a little short of battery acid in the so-called minerals. But you know what? I'm going to call him right now. Let me call him right now, see if he could tell you. All right, hold on.
Cool.
Hold
I paid $600 for a dozen different minerals. That's
you might have got ripped off.
I hope I didn't, because the brother seems to be,
Hey, listen, you can't tell by talking. Go to any car salesman, used car salesman. They could talk better than the pastor on Sunday.
I'm going hack.
Yo, nephew, Why Power Man, you are on live with me and Laji, and we want you to share with us, the audience, about you got to be mindful what kind of minerals are out here. Because what you said to me yesterday, man, stuck in my head. Can you tell us about minerals, man, and what we got to be careful of out here? If you got a minute.
I don't know. That's a little bit of a complicated thing because, well, what I was telling you is that when you mix other things with the Y power, right, there's like a liver pass, right? So how much processing a liver could handle. So the Y power is limited in that sense. And I didn't add extra minerals to it or I didn't add minerals to it for that very reason. I wasn't saying that, there's issues or dangers or whatnot, because that's a very complex conversation about, manufacturing plants and supplements and how they're manufactured. But
tell the folks about some of the shysters you've run across. Now you ain't got to name them, but tell them about some of the shysters that out here that basically got Kool-Aid in there and charging hundreds of dollars per 6 ounce.
Well, what I was telling you is about like for example, Vitamin Shop, they tested a number of supplements and that were performing, but the supplement ended up having steroid residues. Or for example, back in the early 90s, there was a product called Star Caps. And people were saying, oh my God, I'm losing all this weight on Star Caps. This is so incredible. I'm losing weight in Star Caps. So I looked at it. I'm like, okay, 100 milligrams of papain is not going to make people lose all this weight. Something's up. This is fraudulent. So a couple of years later, they found out that it was a drug diuretic that was in Star Caps. So, unless you see certain licenses on a supplement, I'd be a little bit careful.
Yeah, because that was powerful what you said. And we did our little humble garage, brothers in the back sitting on top of milk crates drinking over at Nicholas Bookstore. Special shout out to Monique, special shout out to Kafunia. And we had the Y Power nephew, and then we added the water. And then we added the trace minerals, and it was like we could feel we went into trance from the mixture of the good minerals and the Y Power. So right now I have on the ticker tape at the base of the show, ypowersupplement.com. And even my Kinkaliba tea has more bang with trace minerals. What's missing so much? What is it about minerals that's so important for our bodies, if you could share?
Well, I mean, if you get the right ones, the right types, the right ones, I mean, minerals do help you carry current. So if you have the current, the minerals will help you carry current.
Oh.
But you have to have the current.
Got it.
So when you mix it with the Y Power, it's like, even though I always say just take the Y Power by itself and then maybe take something like that half an hour later.
Mm-hmm.
But if you prep the body with that information flow, then some certain things could happen.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be abstract about a proclamation because I haven't tried those minerals yet. So
yeah. Well,
but if it's working, it's working,
Yeah, I want to thank you. And we've been Laji, you got anything you want to share with Y Power Man? Y Power Man, Laji? Y Power Man, Laji?
You don't mind if I call him ET, do you?
Yeah. You gotta talk to him.
Anyway, my brother, how you doing? I was going to give you a call. I wanted to ask you because I've been buying like a dozen minerals, and it was costing me $600 with many different minerals. Is that like way too much to be paying? And if so, do you know some place or a website you could give me where I can get it, you know, a lot cheaper than $600?
Well, I mean, to answer that, I'd have a lot of presuppositions going on because I never tried those minerals. It may be worth $600. They may be worth that if they're really that amazing.
Well,
I mean, it's really hard to get really good quality minerals, you know, on the market. I mean, this is, you know, it's not the easiest thing. If you're talking about mixed minerals and minerals that go to a certain level, I mean, there's different ways of processing minerals and the such. So I can't comment, you know, on that product because I've not tried it or tested it. You know, so what something ends up doing for you could be just worth it. I mean, are these minerals marketed a certain way that maybe increase the cost?
Well, the brother,
that's you.
You know, and he does a lot of fasting. I did my 40-day fast last year with him on you know, basically the minerals and water. It wasn't until the last 10 days that I started using juice and the minerals. It seemed like a quality product, and yeah, and he seemed like to have a great deal of integrity.
Well, if you can't hold your seed, my brothers and sisters out here, you're just wasting minerals. So you're going to because any leaking of your battery dilithium crystals put you in hyperspace consciousness. You can't do that without your concentrated colloidal minerals that's in your liquid crystal, aka semen, because that's the supercharged liquid light that activates your chakras as it goes up your spine. So I want to thank you, White Power Man. Thank you for for a moment, man.
Impromptu, but sure, that's fine.
Yeah. You know, and thank you for the information. And we're going to proceed with the show. Right, Laji?
Okay, great.
Yes, my brother. I'll be calling you soon. I got something I'd like to ask you about.
Okay, sure.
All right.
All right, my brother. Peace.
Yeah. Yeah, now that's going into another angle that should be addressed. We're going into winter season, family. And in the northern hemisphere, we don't get the magnetism, the sunlight. No, it's not the same for women because when women orgasm, the energy because she got everything internal and solid state internally, she could orgasm all day.
Really?
And every now and then, you know, I meet sisters who are living orgasmically, and then there's brothers like who learn the art of circulating and not ejaculating, and they look real strong, like your friend John. Tell us about how John looked, Laji.
Well, John's another kind of, you know, he's an initiate, and he basically, if he can't find that one in a million woman with a haystack is hidden, he just leave him alone. He's saying, especially in America here, it's just too much problems. Unfortunately for us, it's like to get that pot mini or that super woman who won a bill. It's like, you know, finding a needle in the haystack where the haystack is hidden. But they're still out there. They're just
they're out there.
Abundance.
And you know what? What I'm learning, Laji and family, the higher your frequency is, you can see other falcons when you have the altitude. If your frequency is low, all you're going to see is, you know, vibrations of low frequencies, and you'll see where the rats are skirmishing, and you'll see where the snakes are in the grass. But when your frequency rises up to such a level that there's clear skies, you'll see another divine goddess jet or divine god man flying at 30,000 feet, because your crystal eyeball will be activated with its innate radar. And I had the blessing of a goddess last night that brought me a full course dinner, exclusive, second to none. And it's because she has that kind of Shakti.
That's a blessing.
So, you know, and Laji and family, they're out there and they might pass you by if you're not keeping open your crystal eye. There's goddesses that are amongst us. and she told me her life story, and it was nothing short of incredible. Whoever she encountered, they became anointed with good fortune and magic just because of her frequency.
I know a sister like that. That's her nature.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, she's so high powered. The biggest producer in Hollywood was her man, and she had a child with him.
Wow.
And in fact, that's her only child. And I mean, I hung out with her, just hung out with this sister. Within 60 weeks, I accumulated $50,000.
Yeah. They're out
She
there.
just had that vibe.
Yeah. They're out there. And we're going into the season here in the northern hemisphere, because in the southern hemisphere, it's like South Africa and Australia, they're going into spring as we're heading into winter.
Right.
That's cool, right?
Interesting. Yeah, it's interesting.
They're heading into spring as we're getting ready to head into winter. And so this is my brothers. 70 to 80% of our audience are brothers, Laji. 70 to 80% is men on this platform.
780. That's cool.
30 to 40 fluctuates, and that's the sisters. So, brothers, this is a time to practice cultivation of your dilithium crystals, is what I call our semen. Dilithium crystals, so we can hit light speed, warp. And the shamans in South America, they say for you to be a good shaman, the beginning of being a shaman is holding your seed for a year. And then you could be either a good or evil one. Even the evil shamans got to hold their seed for a year.
Oh, yeah.
And then to become a powerful light force, you got to hold it, circulate it for 2 years. But if you just want to be a you want to be a badass shaman that whoop ass, yeah, I Zeke 9 a year. That's how dumbed down we've been. Look at his response. Look at it. This is funny as hell. Look at his response to that face he just did. One eyeball. Oh yeah, damn. Because we've been taught to be. You see it, Raji?
That's it. You really want to go high powered. You really want to have that going right up into your brain. 12 years. Have that white gold. What he called them dilithium crystals, I call white gold elixir. Because I noticed that, especially if you're doing the prayers, the creeds, mantras, chanting, and you're doing all of that, your white gold elixir, it starts out white, it starts turning gold. Now that's powerful. That's a powerful seed. Create a child with that kind of seed, and you're gonna see something different.
Yo, they got a Grand Master Alan Lee here in New York City who's 140, and he don't hardly eat, and he don't hardly do it. First thing he teaches the brothers is how to do the seminal retention to be a badass martial artist, and then start minimizing eating. And he's like over 140. And when I saw him, Grand Master Alan Lee, special acknowledgement. And his teacher is, I think, close to 200, but he's living outside the country. And the two things that will make a man old and decrepit is not knowing how to cultivate and circulate his seed, and too much food that has the radioactivity in it.
Yeah.
And I saw him busting moves at 140, man. And he was doing it like he was like 25, 30.
Yeah, Saint Germain says that the main cause of decrepitude, old age, loss of memory, loss of strength, loss of beauty, and aging is the loss of your seed.
Mm-hmm. And that goes for men. But ladies, you've been blessed where you can let that bliss circulate. Where Robin Harris, you remember what Robin Harris said? You can tell when a woman got some good stuff. You could tell. You could tell. It tickles her all day. She just walk around smiling. It just tickles her all day. And then when it's bad, they walk around looking like her.
Well, most women here in America, they must be bad.
No, they came out with an article about that, where you could tell by a woman's walk if they was blissful or grudgeful. They're either blissful or grudgeful. And the way they walk and talk can tell you if they're connected to a stargate of bliss or whether they need a tune-up and the spark plugs change and an oil change and a radiator fluid flush. You could tell all of that just by the way they talk. And if they sound like, hey, how you doing? That means, run, Forrest, run.
Yeah, well,
look, you can find that madness.
My man John, he be running. He be like, I know what that's about, and I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yo, this is an amazing goddess right here. Just called in, and I didn't even try calling her. This is wild. Yo, we got a vortex happening.
Dayun.
Let me see what she got to say.
Dayun.
Or maybe she had, that was a pocket call.
That was Dayun. That's her name.
Okay, hung up. It must have been because she got a waistline about like 20 something inches, and the rest is a pyramid. All right, so she must have banged it on her pyramid. But yeah, you can tell by a voice tone. Like real goddesses have a voice tone, man.
Yes.
Go ahead, Laji. What you want to say?
Oh, as I traveled around the world, I've noticed that most of the women, and not exactly the Western world, but like you were saying, tropical, many places in Africa, Bali, the women spoke so sweetly, as if they had sugar on their tongue. I mean, when they would talk to you, and they would always talk to the men with respect because they're raised to respect the men. And there's so many more women than men. They know if they don't act right, they won't get a man. Because a man just, he gonna fight with them. He's just gonna avoid them. Like my man John, he avoids them. And like, oh man, this is what the women of Earth have forgotten. You were the goddess of planet Earth. You were so beautiful that even the angels and the gods themselves would come to Earth to marry. Key word, marry, not get with, not hook up, the very women, the daughters of man. But what ended up happening is the women followed Lilith. They followed Lilith. And that was the downfall.
Listen. I just think it's cycles of time. I know that saying says, you got to let the young souls come in before we go into the age of enlightenment. And so the worst of humanity, I think that's a Buddhist saying, the worst of humanity has to be born before we go into the age, back into the golden age. But because this audience is mostly men, young brothers, regardless of your age, listen to a woman's voice. Listen to her, check out the vibe, her demeanor. See if she has nurturing energy, because you don't want to connect and invest your most precious commodity, which is your time. Time is the most precious commodity. And it's almost like you want to have somebody complimentary like Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell on a daily level. Could you imagine Marvin Gaye trying to get along with Aunt Esther from Sanford and Son? Could you imagine what that would look like?
I don't even want to talk about it. I just feel sad inside that our women have followed Lilith and the path of Lilith. They're thinking that the more sex they have, the better off they are, the more experience, and they call it experience, as if that's what we want, and it ain't. Because the only experience you need is what you get with your husband.
Let me tell you another thing I'm noticing. Laji, family, there's a rise. What I said about we going through an activation in this quadrant of the universe. I'm starting to see more goddesses. I'm talking about they radiant divinity. I'm seeing that, and I'm talking about sisters. They're far few and in between, but if you keep your eyes open, you'll catch them. and you'll see it. And I'm starting to see that. So
I'm feeling like all the high powered sisters are my personal friends. That's how I'm seeing it. It's like,
well,
you
they
know,
need to be if you're gonna be up in that house the way that place look like behind you, man. I can't see you having Aunt Esther up in that pyramid complex you got behind you.
yeah, she ain't coming.
Uh-huh.
She ain't coming. But
I
I can
can't.
do my ceremonies right in here. I hooked it up
Yeah.
so the ceremony is right in here. Mantra playing 24 hours a day. You know, I just got here, and like you know, that's what's next.
Yeah.
I just got me some granddad, got me some grandfather, ready to start grandfather. Looking for you to send me some grandma, you know, when you're ready. And I want
Listen,
to
man,
build
you
a
better
little.
check out Georgia laws, man. You ain't getting me hung up. Georgia ain't no joke. You can be looking pretty in Georgia, but Georgia's tight, brother.
Well,
Check out Georgia laws. And
Georgia
after
ain't
you check
coming
out Georgia
up.
laws, then you give me a holler back.
All right, I'll do
Because
that.
Georgia ain't no joke. And that's where you can also the way you can connect with is who I don't know why you've been hesitating as far as hooking up with Adara. Did Adara ever call you?
No, and what we talked one time, but I want to be. I'm on the whole. I want retention. You've been calling me Squirt Master, and I want to be on pure retention. That's what I want to. I want
What
that
you think you gonna do to
white
you?
gold elixir right in the brain jam. That's what I want it. Right up here. You know, that's
Yo,
what
do you
power.
realize what she would teach your tribe? You ain't do your homework with Adara.
Well,
Adara know how to shoot energy out of her nipples and make
well,
you hit lotto.
well. She's. I know she's a power sister because I did talk with her, and you can tell that she's genuine. She's pure. She's a good sister. That I know. You know, and I talked to the other one, and I did not get that energy from that other sister that worked with her at all. But Adara seems a genuine, pure, honest. You
I'm gonna
know,
call Adara right now. We're gonna have fun tonight. Let me see if she pick up. We're gonna see if she pick up. All right, she ain't picking up. Yo, Logi, hold it down while I go answer this door.
okay, cool. In the light of us speaking about that white gold elixir, um, I'm looking to do that 2 year skint just so I could get on another one. Because the longer that we hold that seed, the more intelligent we get, the more smooth we get on our tongue. In fact, so many things are added to us because we hold on to that seed. Um, I know this brother, super high powered brother named Hannibal up in New York. And he was telling me, he said, you know, Lauji, I didn't really get it until you came back from India and started telling us that is not the move to just be wasting our seed like that. And I think a lot of us brothers think that the more women we get, the more manly we are. And truth be told, it is really the opposite of that. And they've been taking advantage of our of what we've been programmed to think we should be. If you're a stud, you're a better man, and it's the opposite. And the more you hold on to that seed, you'll start glowing more. The light will be coming out of your all out of your body, and women will be attracted to that. And we need to understand we are not going to be your whores because that's how they look at us, and that's what they how they talk about us. I can get him. All I got to do is offer it up, and it's not like that at all. I was with a girl, a sister. She's a good sister. She's one of them 10,000. She was having this conversation because her man was what do you call it? A playboy. And she's in the car with me and my wife. We're going up to see to the ashram upstate New York. And she was just going on and on and on and on with this. And I said, you know, man, anytime you put that thing in front of him, he gonna take it. You know, he just can't control himself to beat, boom. So I got a little tired of hearing about it. And I said to her, I said, you know what you say is basically true, but I know for a fact that's not your experience. And she had to think about that for a minute. She was like, because we were in interest at one point, and she was like, oh yeah, but you different and all this kind of, and they always will say that to y'all. Truth be told, y'all, you want to be different. You don't want to be out here being a hoe, basically. You're gonna lose your seed, you lose your good fortune, you lose your good luck, you lose your beauty, you lose your brain. The body start tearing down on you. And so it is far more powerful to be that guy than the playboy. If you're going to be on a spiritual path, which I assume most people on this channel are, that's going to be a key ingredient. In fact, there's this book by Hilton Hotima. It was out in the 70s, long time ago. I don't even know if it's you can still get it in print. He was telling you, he described in there, and also this other book called Thinking in Destiny by Harold Walden Percival. Percival described it minute by minute of how your seed travels up your spine through the sushumna into your brain and tips the pineal gland, so it points directly to the pituitary gland, which is the esoteric phenomena of the opening of the third eye. If you want to be that God man, it is essential that you hold on to that seed. It is mandatory.
You know what, Laji, I want to share, family, listen. I spoke about this in the past. Radiant Vesper just said, oh, okay, good to hear. When in Arkansas, where in Arkansas is your, where in Arkansas is a good place to go or visit for you? You been to Arkansas, bro?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I passed through it when I was driving to California that time.
Oh,
but
okay.
I haven't spent any time there.
Listen, I'm going to activate my phone and I want to show you, yo, brothers and sisters, listen close. One of the major chakra activators and cell regenerators is water spinning, the spinning effect of water. So I'm going to activate. I'm going to activate this other phone and then put it on the so you can see what I've done. Give me a second. But it changed the energy in the whole room, Laji, family.
I find that remarkable. That spinning the water will change the energy in the whole room.
And then on the outside of the jug, oh, here it is right here. The outside of the jug, I put a xenon bulb. Okay. So hold on. Okay, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm going into the other room to show you the setup so that, family, you can do this for yourself. Hold on. Let me turn the light on. Okay, you see that, Laji?
Yeah.
This is a regular glass. This is the magnetic spinner.
Oh.
This is the pyramid of amber orthone, amber and 24 karat gold. And this is the water spinning counterclockwise.
And that's the piece that costs $18?
No. This one costs 90.
90.
And this sets the time. You can adjust the speed. This is 1500 RPM. Top speed is 16, but my intuition said 1500 RPM. And it's showing that it's spinning counterclockwise.
Wow, Hank.
And then on the side right here is the xenon bulb. And the xenon bulb is getting activated. So even the water that my cat's drinking is charged up. And this is creating a field that I had some colorful dreams last night.
Really?
And the weights feel light. So that's the 45 that I did a muscle test with earlier. And I'm going to do it now.
So you put it right by your bed? You put that right by your bed?
No, it don't have to be. It's in the bedroom.
Okay.
But this is my 45 lift. Look. Now I'm going to shut it off. You see the speed slowing down. Now this is my lift. You see the difference?
Yeah, I see a difference in you.
Now I'm starting it back up. Let me see if I can get it going.
It drops that fast too, huh?
Yeah, the field collapsed. Speed coming back up. All right. I like the velocity of 1500 RPMs.
Okay, I got it.
Now this is my lift. Check it out. You saw that?
I see that. Yeah. I'm gonna buy it the day after Thanksgiving. Hopefully there'll be a Black Friday sale.
Imagine all your chakras speed up like this. And maybe this is close to the speed of the chakras. Maybe. Because if I speed it up past 1500, it doesn't work as good.
Really?
It gets heavy. So I'm going to speed it up to 1500, 1600. You can hear the water speeding up.
Yeah.
Now it's 1600 RPM. Okay. Now I'm going to try lifting. It's heavy. So now I'm going to slow it back down to 1500 RPMs.
So 15 is more powerful, you think?
Yep, I know so. Okay, now it's 1500.
And you get a greater charge at 15 than 16. It's amazing.
But look at the numbers. 5 and 1 equals 6. And 6, 3, 6, and 9 is what Tesla always talks about.
That pyramid. That's the orgon pyramid, right?
Yeah.
You got that on your website, Hank?
Why would I put that on my website?
I'm talking about the orgon pyramids. Are you selling those?
Man, that's like $1,500.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Make your own. Okay, so I'm gonna switch back.
Is that the water?
You saw what I'm talking about, family?
Was that the water making that sound?
You saw what I'm talking about, right?
All right. Okay.
Water is the key to regeneration.
I haven't been drinking as much water as I need to, and I started getting headaches. And so I started drinking more water just today, and just on the left side of my head too. And
the question that Radiant had was, what was that sound? That sound was the magnet spinning in the bottom of the glass, creating the vortex in the water. That was a good question.
that's what I was trying to ask you.
Yeah. And the radiation, like, I was laying in the bed last night, and I put it together. And Logi, remember the movie X-Men where Magneto he was at Liberty, he was at the Liberty Island, and he was jacking up the people and turned on the magnetism to make everybody mutants, and the magnetic field started expanding, and it looked like white silver light of the magnetic field. Did you remember that?
I didn't see that one.
Yo, I was feeling that last night while I was laying in the bed. I could feel that energy field opening up.
I'm gonna get that spinner because I sleep lately. The last month or two, man, I've been sleeping with the books under my head, and it changes my dreams altogether. So I want to try that. I want to put the magnets right on my end table and do the same thing. I'm going into the lab on the inner world.
Yo, I woke up feeling good. I was almost like I just want to sit. And then what's really good, family, Laji, take a scoop of water from that vortex and drink it. Because
so I thought you were using that with the white powder and the minerals.
I got the best results by taking that water that's spinning, because I put the minerals in it. It's drinking water. I put the minerals in the spinning water. And I take a
so it's spinning with the minerals. You're not putting it in the morning, you're spinning it. Oh, okay. All right.
And then I take a scoop and scoop out the water and then drink it.
So now that you said that, I want to do the same thing and put the mantra on it. So have it playing for 24 hours and see what we get then.
Just no telling.
Yeah.
Oh, the waters, you could use Vernita. That's a good question. You can use regular spring water, filtered water. I have my own setup for, the water system that I have in my kitchen. But you can use spring water, filtered water.
You know what I find too? Now that this sister came on, now we all already say that mostly men are here, but that sister, the one in a million, rather like the needle in the haystack, where the haystack is hidden, well, they on this channel.
Yeah.
The good sisters are on this channel trying to get that knowledge.
Yeah. Because a good sister would know how to keep her man or a husband or a boyfriend youthful.
Yeah. And not drained.
Here's a question by Radiant. Do you ever use alkaline water for anything in particular? I have an alkaline machine, but technically Radiant alkaline machines are obsolete. I know a brother who has an alkaline machine, and he's under some serious health challenges. Alkaline water, yeah, it's obsolete. The cutting edge technology is the John Ellis machine.
Okay.
John Ellis machine activates water by heating and cooling it, and that neutralizes radioactivity. It gets rid of the deuterium, and also it neutralizes toxic waste sites.
I can't use my machine. I can't use my John Ellis machine because they charge you so much for water here. Now,
you don't use it all the time, man.
Say that again.
You wouldn't use it all the time. You only fill up like 15 gallons at one time, and it lasts a week or two. How you take a shower?
I don't take it with the John Ellis water.
No, the amount of water you use taking a shower is enough water to fill up a John Ellis machine storage pot.
But the for 15 gallons, there's a lot of, the secondary water that you have to use.
No, man, mix the secondary water with the primary water. I always mix them. So now everything going into that machine, I use all that water.
Okay. All that secondary water you use.
Yeah, I don't throw that away. I pour everything into because and we'll do that on another show. I'll show you, family, how I got my water system set up. I don't throw that away. I put all the water through a 5-stage reverse osmosis. Then it goes into storage tanks for me to use the Ellis machine.
How big are the tanks you use?
12 gallons. And when they get empty, I shut the machine off. So I use 12 gallons of water to create John Ellis water.
I got twice that size, and it's in storage now. I really like to get back to using my John Ellis.
Yeah, man. I'll show you next time we do a show. I'll show you that you put both hoses from the Ellis machine into the collection, stainless steel collection tank. You don't use that much. You use more water taking a bath or a shower.
Really?
And you must have been throwing away the condensate water. You must have been throwing
secondary.
It away.
Yeah, the secondary. I was.
Secondary water, if you threw that away, you would put it in your garden and you have tomatoes the size of basketballs.
I didn't have a garden. I remember you were saying that, and Ellis was saying the same thing. I didn't have another. I was starting to mix it. A couple of people, asked me for it, but I was like, and I would make 30 gallons for a month. And
yeah, so all you do is mix them both together, the primary and the secondary water. And you got it'll run for 3 to 4 hours, and you're set for a week or more.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see if I could get that. What that water bill would be like, because they geesing people over here with water in Georgia. They giving you a water bill like for a building rather than just for an apartment, and they charge you so much less if you're in a house. They got a scam going on.
But you gotta take a bath. I mean, what are you gonna do? Alcohol wipes to save a buck?
Oh, it's a lot of water. A lot of water.
But I use when I make up, about 12 to 14 gallons, and that's it. Okay.
I miss getting my John Ellis water. I tell you.
Yo, man, you step away from it for a while, you start to miss it. But that's a piece of the puzzle. The other piece of the puzzle is putting the minerals in the Ellis water. And then the other piece of the puzzle is spinning the water, because in nature, water spins.
Yeah, it's always moving.
It's always moving. And then when it goes in your body, that's when it really creates a domino effect, a cascading effect, a ripple effect to the rest of the blood plasma. It starts spinning too, because you drank water that's spinning.
Really? Yeah, I'm ready to go into the lab, the inner lab. The inner lab is.
And my cat wants some water now. I'm going to give him some. I'm going to put it in a syringe and give it to him with the minerals.
How he feel about the other cat being gone? He cool?
He just looks around like he see him and is like, shit, ain't my turn yet.
Yeah, he certainly does.
He's cool.
He does. They're probably chilling because they can't see there. They can see right in the other plane.
Right in. It ain't no big deal. I see you there, buddy. Just don't mess with my food plate. That's it. But that is the key, is to spin water. And also, let me show you, I'm going to share with the family. You can start spinning water, family. I'm going to pull it up on Amazon. Here it is, my orders. Let me see. I'm going to pull it up real quick for y'all. Get this device. Glass cylinder. Drinking bottle. Glass cylinder. Drink it. Here. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna pull it up for you so you can see. This is like $16. You get something like this.
The cylinder that you showed us a couple of weeks ago.
No, I wasn't up on this a couple of weeks ago. Hold on, let me show you. Present, share screen. Share screen. Here it is, right here. Share.
Yeah.
Right there.
Mucosa.
16 bucks. And inside that rubber protection is a glass bottle, a cylinder. And what you do, you spin it in your hand counterclockwise. Okay?
Mucosa.
Look how big it is. Let me see if you
How
can still
big is
see
it?
it.
24 ounces, huh?
Yeah, that's it. It's like 16 bucks. And they have in different colors. And let's look at the blue one. But it's a glass bottle. And glass is better than plastic.
For sure.
24-ounce glass water bottle. And then you add the minerals. See there, see, look. And you put the top on it and you spin it.
So you can spin this thing here. The top helps you spin it, or just
Spin
spin
the
it
whole
on.
bottle in your hand.
Okay.
So that you go like this. And then you'll see a whirlpool inside the glass bottle. And then you add the minerals and spin it. Save money. But if you want to have the water spinning all night and you be in the bedroom, and then that's when you get the magnetic device. It's called a magnetic spinner. I'll show you. I'll
You
share
sent
this.
me.
I'm
I'm
showing the
definitely gonna
screen.
get
The whole. I'm showing everybody.
I'm definitely gonna
Magnetic.
get
It's
it.
called magnetic stirrer.
Does it have a magnet inside of it too?
Yeah, inside the magnetic stirrer plate. This is it right here. Let me see. Make sure. No, that's not it. That's not the
So the
one.
plate is magnetic. Okay. And
So
you have a magnet in your bottle too.
right
Right.
here it is. Right here. Okay. Let me see. You bring it up, family. Family. We're talking about activating water for regeneration and healing.
And so you're saying the pH water is not good for you, huh?
I didn't say that. I'm just
Okay.
saying we got to do better than that.
Okay. Oh, now it's only $89.
Yeah, took $1 off. See how it's spinning?
Well, it actually is $90. Took a penny off. I thought it was 110, but okay, cool. 89.
Okay, you see there's a switch. Now, the reason you want to get this one is because right in the middle is a switch to change it from clockwise to counterclockwise.
And what's the difference?
You only want to spin it counterclockwise because if you spin it clockwise, that's the direction of disease in the body. That's
Really?
the direction of disease. That
Wow.
creates inflammation and all kind of problems. I got a
What,
headache when I was using another one that was spinning in the wrong direction.
what's the blue in the water?
That's just a little food coloring so you could see the spin. If it was clear, you wouldn't see it. That's just for marketing purposes, demonstration. Okay. This here is showing you the plate.
La Choy. That's the
All
name
right.
of it.
Because you want to spin water. And you know the first thing I did?
What?
I used a blender to spin water. And it just happened. That blender just happened to spin it counterclockwise years ago.
Mm.
And I did it with a friend who was a vocalist. Oh, let me see if she remembers. Hold on, family.
Anybody I know?
Not in this lifetime.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah, the negative ions come from the counterclockwise spin. All glory, radiant Vesper, to our I am. Okay, she ain't around. But we did it with the first time we did it with a spinning the water with a blender. And the blender just happened to spin in the correct direction, which is counterclockwise. And then what happens? You take that water and put it on your head. You're gonna have an afro by summer, Logi.
Oh,
That'll
really?
be shoulder to shoulder.
Put it on my head, huh?
Yeah, put it on your hair, man.
It's going on my head every night.
And also put the mineral water on your scalp.
Okay. Because the hairline is receding, and I wouldn't mind that.
It's minerals. It's just minerals.
Just put it on the head, huh? I wonder what
and let it evaporate. Don't dry it off. Let it evaporate.
Right on your head.
But mix it with water because you got to have the water. You just don't do the straight minerals. You want to have water.
I wonder what we could take minerals and herbs that would turn all our hair back black.
This is a move in the right direction. Right here. This is the move in the right direction. I don't know what would it be like to sleep in a room that got a spinning vortex for a month. That has the xenon bulb. That has the minerals saturating the bedroom. I don't know. I'm gonna find out.
How about that? And sleeping under a pyramid too.
And you could be under the pyramid. I'm under the pyramid. You created a temple up in your space.
Yeah.
And your audience, you can too. But let me see if I could pull up information about xenon tonight. Hold on a second. Xenon, and we're talking about using a bulb, y'all. Xenon health benefits. Show more. Okay, I'm gonna open this up. Check out. They said the Russians were cheating because they would breathe xenon gas and outperform the American athletes, so they made it illegal. Here's on Google.
That's it.
All right. So let's start from the top. Xenon is a noble gas. Can you read that, Logi?
Xenon is a noble gas with many health benefits, including anesthetic.
Anesthesia. Anesthetic.
And anesthetic. Xenon is a natural anesthetic that can reduce pain and improve hemodynamic stability.
Blood flow stability.
What?
Blood flow stability.
Blood flow. Like hemoglobin. It also associated with lower risk of organ injury and has a lower potential for toxicity. Neuroprotective xenon may protect neural cells from
injury by low blood flow.
Okay, what is ischemic? Ischemic.
In other words, blood flow is not enough.
Okay. Cardioprotective xenon is preferable for patients with limited cardiovascular capabilities. Blood flow. Xenon is associated with increased blood flow to the brain, liver, kidney, and intestines. Respiratory gas exchange. Xenon improves respiratory gas exchange, especially in obese patients. That's interesting. Quick induction and recovery. Xenon's low stability allows for quick induction and recovery period from
anesthesia. Pain relief. That's like somebody giving you pain relief, anesthetic.
Diagnostic imaging. Xenon can be used to image the brain, heart, and lungs. It can also be used to help diagnose lung problems and check blood flow in the brain. Therapeutic agent. Xenon has been proposed as a therapeutic agent for depression and other psychiatric conditions when administered at
sub-anesthetic doses. In other words, enough not to make you numb.
Okay. Xenon is a colorless, odorless gas. However, inhaling excessive concentration of xenon can result in dizziness, nausea, vomiting, loss of consciousness and death. What? Death?
Yeah, because it's so heavy, it'll push oxygen out the way. So you only want to have it in a certain percentage.
So
You get what I
what
mean?
did you just skip past?
Huh?
What did you just skip past over here? The
Um,
benefits of joining a
benefits
professional
of joining a
society.
professional society.
What does Xenon Health do? Xenon Health is comprehensive anesthesia
Management. That's a
management
management stuff.
company that delivers the full spectrum of anesthetic service, including recruiting, credentialing, staffing, scheduling, revenue, cycle management, and supply logistic overnight. That's
See,
interesting.
yeah. So they also found that xenon is a cell regenerator. And they have xenon clinics in Europe.
So how much can you take at a time? Or how much can you breathe
Yo,
in at a time?
I found that you can use a light bulb of xenon on the spinning bottle to saturate the room with xenon energy from the water spinning, because water and xenon work together.
That's interesting.
So the spinning water is like throwing xenon molecules all through the room.
Mm. That's a layout for a lot of experimentation, going in a lab and see what we can bring about from that.
Now
I
here's
remember they were selling pyramid beds. Pyramids, I mean not pyramid beds, but pyramids so big you could sleep under it. I really want to check that out. Thanks for
yeah.
that info. I used to use Flanagan water, crystal liquid, years ago before he died. Beats
Best stuff.
forever.
Best stuff. And then California banned to sell it because
Probably was good for you.
pharmaceutical gangsters said shut it down.
Yeah.
They don't care about us. Wow, that's a good one. Zeke, Shungite and Xenon. I don't know. Good question. What if you take a xenon bulb? Logi, look what he just came up with. See, we're in the lab zone tonight, man. Look what he just said.
Cho, Sungite, and Xenon.
Okay, so let's find out. I got some Shilajit right here. All right. This is Shilajit. Here's a xenon bulb. Now, what I'm going to do is muscle test it on the table to see if I put them together, will it make the weight lighter? Like taping the xenon bulb to the Shilajit. And this might be radical. I don't know what's going to happen. So we're going to find out. If I, here's the bulb right here. Okay, I'm just holding the xenon bulb. Can you see me? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, this is the lift with the xenon bulb. This is the lift without. That means it's time for me to go to bed. Here's the lift with the xenon. Here's the Shilajit. I didn't have any Shilajit today. All right, not much difference. Now I'm going to put the xenon bulb next to the Shilajit. Okay, here's the xenon. Let me make sure you can see it. Just taping it. Imagine it, just tape it. And if this works, I'm going to do this tonight. Yo, I feel a buzz in my fingertips. Okay, I'm holding this. Yo, it works. It works. Good idea, man. Thanks for the idea. Hold on. Here's Adara. Adara.
Hey, Frank, how are you?
Girl, we having a live show, and we was talking about goddesses, and we brought up your name, and I wanted you to do a promo as far as like sharing with folks how important women knowing what their energy in their nipples and their yoni for projecting to heal a man. So, family, this is Adara, and Laji's here. He's the how would you say the procrastinator of bliss.
Peach family has
Celebrate procrastinator. Okay?
Yeah. So off guard. That's what's up, though. So first and foremost, family, what you guys have to understand is that we have this energy that's making us alive. It's keeping us alive. It gave us life, right? It is the thing that's propelling us forward. It's what's making you have desires and goals, whether it be sexuality and wanting to procreate or, stimulate your pleasure in one way, or if it's to build something, your spiritual growth, your business, whatever it is, it's simply fuel that you can use. So when we're talking about using your nipples and your yonis and stuff to project, first thing you have to understand is about polarity, right? So your women, your chest and your breast area is your positive pole, right? The parts of your body that sticks out, those are your positive poles. The parts of your body that goes in, you can kind of say these are your negative poles, your receptive poles, right? So normally men's chests are kind of more in than women's, obviously, right? So women, you can use this to activate out in the world. So when we are harnessing and cultivating our energy, our chi, our prana, and we're doing specific kind of breathing techniques, and we have been doing bandhas and taking care of this life force energy, we can use that to simply by doing a certain kind of breath, send that energy out of your nipples into your partner, right? So what that does is on a physical level, it relaxes the pericardium. So the pericardium is the heart protector. Okay, so we want to get the guard down. So if you're going to do any kind of healing work, be it whatever, you have to break the mental walls down, the physical walls down, and the emotional walls down. There has to be a level of trust. So when you stimulate the pericardium meridian and the pericardium itself, it's telling it that it's okay to open up the heart. All right. And then from there, you can then tap into your heart and send love, energy, whatever you want to send out. Not even just love, but the heart is a particle accelerator, if you will. So if you were trying to supercharge I don't want to say change, but you want to assist your partner to achieve the things that he wants to do, and there's something off that you can assist in, you're supercharging the adjustment to its divine alignment, right? Because the body wants to be in alignment. Right. So if you look at health, the body is looking for homeostasis. You get a fever because your body is out of alignment. It's trying to bring it down to a normal level. So same thing with your energy. It's trying to get to a normal level. Same thing with your consciousness and its harmonization with divine frequency. Is searching for it. So when people see my videos and they've seen the touchless orgasm and all this other stuff, they see people shaking, what the body is doing is one, shaking out toxins, shaking out blockages, and also doing its best to get in line with that divine vibration, which is spanda. Okay, so that's your positive pole, your chest, your vagina, yoni, womb, your negative pole. It's actually kind of both because you can project out that thing too, honestly, quite honestly. But at the same time, it does a lot. But what I'm going to share with you guys today is the things that hurts a man doesn't hurt a woman, and vice versa. And the vagina has a very uncanny way of putting an immediate remedy to psychological issues for men, physical issues for men, health. Are we talking about lowering their blood pressure and all this other stuff, reducing headaches, head, all this type of stuff. So you start looking at the reflexology of your vagina and how it lines up with his, right? And that the body is fractal and your yoni is a whole version of your body, just like you like gouchois, right? When people are scraping the skin, that is a whole representation of the body right there in your arm. Same thing, your hands, your ears, your eyes, your head, your tongue. So your yoni is no different, right? So you can use that to send energy from any portion of your body, any portion of your energy field, but it has more wattage and horsepower to it. You see what I'm saying? But you have to cultivate the energy. Otherwise, you're passing out. I mean, that's not even true. If your intention is in the right place, it's gonna work. If you get out of your way and put your ego to the side, it's gonna work. If you sincerely want to see your partner have the life that they want for themselves, it's gonna work. All you gotta do is ask for, I say, the Divine Mother to come in and work through you, or if you're doing some kind of healing situation, you can do Archangel Raphael or Semen or any of these healing energies, right? Just don't limit yourself, family. You have so much energy at your disposal. Okay, don't think that just because you can't see something is not there. Most of the things out here we can't see. And for people who deal in the astral, you know the astral world is much more real than this physical world. So when you're dealing with the physical body, obviously you're doing meat, tendons, organs. You can send the energy through that, right? Your meridians, all of that. When you're dealing with your ethereal body, now we're talking about the energy field that's closest to the body, but it's not physical. Emotions, all this other type of stuff. And you get to the astral, now we're talking about our spirit. We're talking about accessing higher levels of consciousness, deeper levels of consciousness, all of that. But this is a lot. But hopefully I answered your question. And
thank you.
Hey, yeah.
Thank you. That was great, Adara. And if people want, like Logi, want a session, even though they might be a little nervous, Logi's kind of young. He's a young man. What was your contact information? Share it, please.
Yeah, so you guys can reach out to me at www.adaramoselle.life or IG at adaramoselle. I do distance sessions, in-person sessions. I do cord cutting, energetic balancing, tantric body work, whatever. And honestly, if you see my videos, it do be looking kind of extreme, but it's way more chill than it looks. And everybody doesn't have the same direction. Go ahead.
Do you train wives to please their husbands on the next level?
Yes, your husband and yourself.
Yeah, so nobody gets left behind.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, pleasure is power. We've been trained to think it's kind of frivolous, but honestly, pleasure really is powerful, family.
Say that again. Pleasure is power.
Pleasure is powerful.
I agree.
Come on. Yeah, when you drink the Semen shake and it's like nourishing your body, that feels good, right? You eat a cheeseburger or something and got your colon all backed up, that feels bad. So do something that feels good and keep something better. Pleasure, baby. Pleasure.
Pleasure is power. I like that.
Come on now.
You know what? I think every pastor, every preacher knows pleasure is power. Mm-hmm. Come to our church. You're going to get to heaven, baby. Just give me 10% of your salary and I'll show you Jesus ecstasy. Mm-hmm.
It might feel like you're dying, but you ain't got to die, baby.
Yeah.
And give $1.
Give $1, make a holler.
You still I'm glad I returned the call.
Yeah.
I'm actually reading up on this stuff.
Thank you.
I'm about to get into this Bhagavad Tantra and enjoy your read.
Thank you. And this is live. Adara, this is Tuesday's healing show and so this is all recorded and you can listen to it later and share it. All right.
Absolutely. You guys have a wonderful night and thank you for calling.
All right. Chat later.
Mm-hmm. Peace.
All right. Peace. Yo, that was fun, right?
Yes. One thing I say about that sister, she's genuine. She's genuine.
Yeah.
You can hear it in her voice. She comes.
And she needs to train women so that they get, acquainted with their punani. Because, they got religious chains wrapped most of the time around a lot of women's underwear, man. You go to bed with the Pope in the bed, You know what I'm talking about?
It's mostly around their minds, though.
And they get chains around their mind, and they got it wrapped around their behind, and that's how the Pope keep a job. But that's just facts. Keep the goddesses chained up.
And once they start holy rolling,
but getting back to the Shilajit and
I've been trying to copy that down. How you spell Shilajit? Because I gotta get
Shilajit. Hold on, let me go full screen. Shilajit. Shilajit. This is some good stuff from Amazon. It's like $50. It looked like tar. But when I got the idea from Botanical, bro, no, xenon doesn't escape from the gas. The gas doesn't escape from the bulb.
So it's like a T, the Shilajit?
Shilajit. And look at this picture and get this brand from Amazon is good.
You mix it with the King of Galiba, or you take it by itself?
It's thick. It looks like bitter tar. Look.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to take. It comes with a little spoon, so you can spoon it out. Yo, it's thicker than honey. It's like it's literally the thickness of tar. But when I just did from the idea from Isaac, is put the shungite and the Shilajit and the Xenon. I'm gonna tape this next to the jar so that the Shilajit Laji will get saturated with the Xenon and see how it is taking it tomorrow. Because that's what it's all about, doing these lab experiments. You might need to get new ID messing with that for a month.
Maybe.
Unlimited possibilities, family. Okay?
Well, I'm going to be in the lab.
Yep. You're already in the lab.
Yep.
All right, man. So we're going to wrap it up, bro.
All right, my brother.
Thank you, family. Like, subscribe, share. Here we go right here.
Subscribe, share.
And we wanted to say thank you for a magnificent night. We had on Y Power Man, we had on Adara, and it was just in the flow. I didn't ever plan that we was going to have the show rock like that.
And she called back.
Just before we closed out. So let me see the last comments. Yeah, folks. Always counterclockwise.
Please,
counterclockwise.
Quick questions. Did
you see it? Counterclockwise.
Anti-clockwise? Correct.
All right. So see y'all next week. And as Elmer Fudd, that's all, folks.